माधवा कुंज बिहारी गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी गोपी जना यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी तेरा जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे जय श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन की, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की, श्री श्री गौर निताई की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, समावेत गौर भक्त वृंद की, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। आजानुलम्बितभुजो कनकावधातो संकीर्तनैकपितरौ कमलायताक्षौ विश्वम्भरौ द्विजभरौ युगधर्मपालौ वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरौ करुणावतारौ। जयतां सुरतौ पङ्गौर्मम मन्दमतेर्गति मत्सर्वस्व पदाम्भोजौ श्रीराधा मदनमोहनौ नीलाचलनिवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्रसुभद्राभ्यां जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय। Welcome all of you for the Bhagavatam class. Sunlight is coming. If you want, you can come little this side. The sun is hot. All right. Hare Krishna. We are reading from a new chapter today, 5th canto, 19th chapter, text 1. Shri Shukavacha. You can make it bigger so everybody can see nicely. Kimpurusha-varsha Bhagavantam Adipurusham Lakshmanagrajam Sita Viramam Ramam Tacharana Sannikarshabirataha Parama Bhagavato Hanuman Saha Kimpurushair Avirada Bhakti Rupasate. Shri Shukavacha Kimpurusha-varsha Bhagavantam Adipurusham Lakshmanagrajam Sita Viramam Ramam Tacharana Sannikarsha Virataha Parama Bhagavato Hanuman Saha Kimpurushair Avirada Bhakti Rupasate. Yes? Shri Shukavacha Shri Shukavacha Kimpurusha-varsha Bhagavantam Adipurusham Lakshmanagrajam Sita Viramam Ramam Tacharana Sannikarsha Virata Parama Bhagavato Hanuman Saha Kimpurushair Avirata Bhakti Rupasate. Shri Shukavacha. Shri Shukadeva Goswami continued to speak. Kimpurusha-varsha, the tract of land known as Kimpurusha. Bhagavantam, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Adipurusham, original cause of all causes. Lakshmanagrajam, the elder brother of Lakshman. Sita Abhiramam, who is very pleasing to Mother Sita, or who is the husband of Sita Devi. Ramam, Lord Ramachandra. Tacharana Sannikarsha Abhirataha, one always engaged in service at the lotus feet of Lord Ramachandra. Parama Bhagavataha, the great devotee celebrated throughout the universe. Hanuman, His Grace Hanumanji. Saha, with Kimpurushaihi, the inhabitants of the tract of land known as Kimpurusha. Avirata, continuous. Bhakti, who possesses devotional service. Upasate, worships. Translation. There is no purport, we will read the translation. Srila Shukadeva Goswami said, my dear king, in Kimpurusha-varsha, the great devotee Hanuman is always engaged with the inhabitants of that land in devotional service to Lord Ramachandra, the elder brother of Lakshman and dear husband of Sita Devi. So this Kimpurusha tract of land is above Bharatavarsha and below Harivarsha. It will be in the middle one, that is Kimpurusha-varsha. So in each of these Ilavartavarsha and different varshas, some prominent personality of Godhead's deities are worshipped. Here in Kimpurusha-varsha, which is the predominant deity? Ramachandra, Sitaram. They are worshipped there. And Hanuman is worshipping there. Artishenena Saha Gandharvair Anugiyamanam Paramakalyani Bhartru Bhagavat Katham Samupashrinoti Swayam Chedam Gayati Artishenena. Artishena, the chief personality of Kimpurusha-varsha. This is the name of the king of that place. His name is Artishena. Saha, with Gandharvaihi, by a company of Gandharvas. Anugiyamana, being chanted. Paramakalyani, most auspicious. Bhartru Bhagavat Katham, the glories of his master, who is also the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Samupashrinoti, he hears with great attention. Swayamcha, and personally. Idam, this, Gayati, chants. Translation purport by His Divine Grace, Aisi Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. A host of Gandharvas is always engaged in chanting the glories of Lord Ramachandra, and that chanting is always extremely auspicious. Hanumanji and Artishena, the chief person in Kimpurusha-varsha, constantly hear those glories with complete attention. Hanuman chants the following mantras. Purport. In the Puranas, there are two different opinions concerning Lord Ramachandra. In Laghu Bhagavatamrita, this is confirmed in the description of the incarnation of Manu. Vasudevadi Rupanam Avatara Parikirtataha Vishnu Dharmottare Rama Lakshmana Adayaha Kramadami Padmetu Ramo Bhagavan Narayana Itiritaha Sheshas Chakram Chasankascha Kramat Syur Lakshmanadeha Madhya Desha Stitayodhya Puresya Vasati Smrita Mahavaikuntha Loke Cha Raghavendrasya Kirtita. The Vishnu Dharmottara describes that Lord Ramachandra and his brothers Lakshman, Bharat and Shatrugna are incarnations of Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Pradyumna and Aniruddha respectively. The Padma Purana, however, says that Lord Ramachandra is an incarnation of Narayana and that the other three brothers are incarnations of Shesha. Shesha is Lakshman and Chakra is Bharat and Shanka is Shatrugna. How do you remember? Shatrugna, Shanka, you can remember. Yes, yes, you remember. Therefore, Srila Baladev Devabhushan has concluded Taditam kalpa bede naiva sambhavyam. In other words, these opinions are not contradictory. In some millenniums, Lord Ramachandra and his brothers appear as incarnations of Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. And in other millenniums, they appear as incarnations of Narayana, Shesha, Chakra and Shanka. The residence of Lord Ramachandra on this planet is Ayodhya. Ayodhya city is still existing in the district of Hyderabad, which is situated on the northern side of Uttar Pradesh. How they put Hyderabad here? Huh? Faizabad. Here it's written Hyderabad. See? Here it's written Faizabad. Yeah. The print is Hyderabad. You all thought I'm reading Hyderabad because I am in Hyderabad? You can check your Bhagavatam. You can inform Bhim Prabhu, I think. Yeah. You won't mind if it is near Hyderabad. So, see, a host of Gandharvas is always engaged in chanting the glories of Lord Ramachandra. How they will sing? Ayodhya Vasi Ram, Ram Ram, Dasharath Nandana Ram, Ram Ram. Ayodhya Vasi Ram, Ram Ram, Dasharath Nandana Ram, Dasharath Nandana Ram, Ram Ram. Patita Pavana Janaki Devana Sita Mohana Ram, Ram Ram. Patita Pavana Janaki Devana Sita Mohana Ram, Ram. Sita Mohana Ram, Ram Ram. Ram Sita Ram, Raja Ram Sita Ram. Ayodhya Vasi Ram, Ram Ram, Dasharath Nandana Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Like this in Kimpurusha-varsha, the Gandharvas with their instruments and their team of devotees, just like our two brothers were singing Guru Pujana. Like that there was melodious kirtan going on. And even the king, Arshti and Hanuman, they all came and joined the kirtan, which means in the path of bhakti, we make progress in sangha, not alone. Now, bhakti becomes multiplied when you perform in association with other devotees. It gets a multiplied effect. And bhakti becomes very easy. Just like if you want to go from Pune to, Bombay, you can take a bike and go also. There are people who bike riders who go. But if you just jump into a train, life becomes more easy. You can relax inside, isn't it? And you can reach Bombay very easily. In bhakti also, you can practice alone also, if you are a very advanced devotee, even living alone in some remote place. But if you join the Sangha will carry you very easily. If you're sleeping in the morning, somebody will pinch you. They'll wake you up and get you ready for the Mangalarti. If you're dozing and chanting, somebody will knock you. Isn't it? If you are not found in Bhagavatam class, somebody will come to fetch you. To bring you. Isn't it? If your 2 rounds are remaining in the night, somebody will show you, Prabhuji, beat back, some 2 rounds are remaining. It's complete. When you are in Sangha of devotees, you get help. So, although Ashtishana was a king and Hanuman was a very senior devotee, everybody is here together with everybody else. So, real community means bhakti is performed in Sangha, not alone. That which is not a community, people may just visit the temple, we call them as pilgrims. Pilgrims come to temple, take darshan and go. They don't know anybody in the temple, and temple people don't know who they are also. They come, they go, they come and go. That is pilgrims. So we have to make a pilgrim into a community. When does a pilgrim become a community? When the members who visit the temple, they not only know the Lord, they also get to know each other. And they like each other. They try to come and sit together and discuss Krishna-katha. They do bhajan together. They take help from each other. They share guidance and help to others. And everybody makes a plan to make spiritual progress together. And they are non-envious. They have no unhealthy comparison. They have no insecurity. They have no envy. They are in a mood of facilitating each other's devotion to Lord. Then it becomes a community. So here was a community where in Kimpurusha-varsha, where they were all coming together and performing devotion. Devotion to whom? It is said here, Kimpurusha-varsha Bhagavantam Adipurusham. Bhagavantam means Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki, Subhadra Maharani ki, Shishi Gavanata ki. So Bhagavanta means the Lord of six opulences. So Bhagavantam, Lord Ramachandra, Prabhupada explains in one place, Rama, Vishnu, Krishna, they are one personality, Advaitam Achyutam principle. So that is Bhagavantam, the Lord of six opulences. Who is he? Adi Purusham, the original Purusha. And Lakshmana Agrajam, the elder brother of Lakshmana, Sita Abhirama, the Lord of Sita. And what is his name? Ram. Tat Charana Sannikarsha Abhirataha. In his lotus feet, it says, one who is always engaged in the service of the lotus feet of Ramachandra. Sannikarsha Abhirata. Who is that? So Lord is called Bhagavanta. And his devotee is called Parama Bhagavatam. Parama Bhagavata. Who is that? His name is Hanuman. Saha, along with Hanuman. Kimpurusha. And what is the nature of Hanuman's bhakti? He's saying, Avirata Bhakti Rupasate. Avirata Bhakti means uninterrupted bhakti at all times. Not the bhakti which we do whenever it is convenient. People sometimes say that, I visit the temple once in a week on a Sunday or something. Other days, I have so many things to do and things like that. Or somebody says, if this is all right, then I can do this for Krishna. People put it's called conditional bhakti. Because right now I don't have a job. If I get a job, and that too the job is more close to temple, and also my parents permit me, and also if the job is not too demanding, then I will come to temple. You put multiple conditions with the Lord. So similarly for chanting also. Prabhupada says, he was trying to convince a man to chant. He was 1 hour trying to tell Prabhupada why he cannot chant. Prabhupada said, you have chanted so many rounds in this one. Isn't it? So we say, chant, and you say, can't. Isn't it? So, Avirata means uninterrupted bhakti, which is independent of circumstances. Like our Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, whether I am wealthy or I am poor, I am successful in material life or sometimes failure in material life. I am healthy or I am sickly. My bhakti will not stop. It's like our Kunti Manani said in one verse, me ananya vishaya matir madhupate sakrit ratim buddhahatat adha gange vaugham budanvati. My dear Krishna, may my bhakti flow like Ganga towards the ocean. Me ananya vishaya. Ananya means let my mind not get distracted by other things when I am chanting the holy name. Me ananya vishaya matir madhupate sakrit. Let my mati flow towards your lotus feet. How? With rati means intense love for you. Udbhatat adha. Adha means completely, without any division. Not that little anxiety for the exams which are coming, little anxiety for some sense gratification. No division. Gange Vaugamudan. Ganga, when she is flowing, if there is a log of wood, she will go up or go down. If there is a rock, she will go from the side. But she knows that these things cannot stop. She will continue. Yeah. Non-stop bhakti. That's called Avirata. Avirata Bhakti Rupasate, he says. So, another point mentioned here is about the 4 personalities, Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrugna. Actually, it is Ram, Bharat, Lakshman, Shatrugna. So, Bharat is elder to Lakshman, but still always we say Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrugna. Why? Because Bharat and Shatrugna were intimate. And Ram and Lakshman were intimate also. So, and these 4 personalities are Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. And also Narayana and Adishesha and Shankachakra is also said. Somebody may say, oh, why there is contradiction in scriptures? And Prabhupada explains, Acharyas have explained, there is no contradiction. Kalpa base means in one kalpa, Lord appears like this. Another kalpa, the another one like this. Like there is a Shweta Varaha. There is a Rakta Varaha. Red color Varaha appears in one kalpa. Another kalpa he appears as white Varaha also. In one kalpa, Krishna when he comes, he drives away Kaliya. He dances on the Kaliya and drives away Kaliya. In another kalpa he comes. The Kaliya Daman pastime is different in that all the pastimes happen, but they happen slightly differently in every kalpa. If you read in 10th canto also, you will see certain leelas when Lord does, he may do it slightly differently in different kalpas. One shouldn't get confused. Why it is said like this? Also, our arguing nature is very prominent in the early stage of spiritual life because our mind makes us think, I know everything. But as you advance, for example, say, one Purana says one thing, and when you're telling a pastime, in another Purana you will not find it. You will say that, like one example I'll give you. In the Bhagavatam, it is said that when four Kumaras, cursed Jai Vijay to, go to the Bhuloka, right? So they came. It was Lord's will. But in another Purana, Vishnu Purana, it is said, Lakshmi also had once given a similar curse to Jai Vijay. That was the time when Lakshmi came from somewhere out, she was coming to Vaikuntha. When she wanted to enter, Jai Vijay stopped even her also. They said, Lord is now taking rest now, don't disturb. She said, Lord, which Lord are you talking? Is he your Lord or my Lord? And he is my Swami and you guys are servants. And you are claiming him to be your Swami. So she said, let us ask directly himself. Whom does he consider as more intimate, myself or you guys? So she took. So when she challenged Narayana in front of the Kumaras, in front of Jai Vijay, so Lord was stuck. He was in a Dharma Sankat situation. Because if Lord says, oh, I am Lakshmi's Swami, then the two servants, their face will become small. They will say, oh, my Lord has let us down. He didn't accept us. But when Lord says, I am master of Jai Vijay, then Lakshmi will think, what's the use of being better half of the Lord? He has rejected me. Maybe she will go in Man Leela. She will go to Bhuloka. Lord will have to chase after her searching, where is she? So Lord was thinking, what answer to give? It's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Sometimes it happens to us also, when you're caught between devil and deep sea. So Lord Vishnu is very intelligent. He just showed a big smile on his face. And both the parties saw his smile and they were completely mesmerized by his smile and forgot the question only. How would answer? So like that in Vishnu Purana you find one detail which is not in Bhagavata Purana. Correct, no? Why it is like that? Say for example, I am going from here to Warangal. One Purana will say that this group of devotees went from which to Warangal, it will say. But in another Purana it will say that the same group of devotees are found in Secunderabad. It may say that. That's a possibility. You may say, hey, one Purana says Warangal, another Purana says Secunderabad. That's because while going to Warangal, they took a detour and went to Secunderabad. They did one program there and then went to Warangal. Correct, no? So, therefore, one should not think, I know everything. The Puranas are so vast. So, one detail available in one Purana may not be necessarily available in all the Puranas. That's why devotees can broaden their scope of understanding by understanding. Shastras are oceanic, they are word of God, they are never false. If we find falsity, that is due to our own defect in our vision. Our imperfect vision, our incomplete vision. And also when we look at the Shastra with the eye of pride, that throws dust in our eyes and we often find fault with them. That's another thing we can understand. So, Hanuman and Arishtasena, the leader, they are all sitting and listening, but they are very advanced devotees themselves. So here is the question, somebody may ask, Prabhu, we are all sadhana bhaktas. We have to sit and hear katha, take part in kirtan because we have to purify our heart. But purified devotees like Hanuman or advanced leaders, what is the need for them to hear? They hear out of ecstasy. Their heart is already pure. Pure devotees hear with ecstasy, the same pastime over and over again, they can hear. And unpurified devotees or neophyte devotees, when they hear, they get purified. So in the beginning of the Krishna book, you will find Prabhupada writes in introduction, 3 types of people benefit by Krishna-katha, he says. Bubukshu, Mumukshu, and Jivan Mukta. Bubukshu means one who is a sense gratifier. He can also hear Krishna-katha, he says. Even they will enjoy it. There are many people who come to temple when they hear Krishna's butter-stealing pastimes, Govardhan Leela, Krishna killing Putana. Even new people, they enjoy very much. Like I had gone to Habibpur. They told me to speak a lecture. So there were like 300 people are there. They were simple Bengali devotees, many of them. So I spoke on this pastime of Shakatasura. Shakatasura. Many of them were ladies, almost 60% were ladies, 60-70%. Little elderly ladies. So you speak Shakatasura pastimes, they can immediately relate with it. Why? Because some festivals are taken lead by Prabhujis. Some festivals are taken lead by Matajis. So like Nanda Baba, the Nandotsav means who takes lead? Nanda Baba. And Uttan, who takes lead? Yashoda Maya. That's why I told them that, because Matajis are more. So I told the Uttan pastime, what Yashoda did, how Yashoda's friends came, all of them wore very nice saris and ornaments and everything, and they came. And Yashoda was thinking, this Lala is going to disturb me. Having a small baby, how difficult it is to manage the guests. When guests come, you have to give them kumkum, give them some sari or blouse piece, something they will give, some prasad, sit with them and talk to them. So she was thinking, in order for my child to not disturb me, what I will do? I will put him under the shakat. So she didn't put and go away. She lied down with the child and she covered the child with her sari. And Krishna was feeling so comfortable. She thought, mother is so nice today. She has thrown everything else to win and sleeping next to me and giving me company. He was very happy. In that comfort, Krishna went to sleep. When Yashoda was confirmed that he has slept, she got up and then she became busy with welcoming them and everything. Isn't it? And Nanda Baba was busy with other men. Yashoda was busy with other ladies. And the children were sitting around Krishna, but Yashoda told them, hey, nobody should touch him. If you touch him or pinch him, he will get up and he will create a big commotion. They said, no, we are just looking at Krishna. We will not do anything, they said. But then Krishna on his own opened his eyes, isn't it? And when he saw that Yashoda has left me and gone, he wanted to draw everybody's attention. So what he did, he just lifted his lotus feet. He just touched the bottom of the cart, that shakat. You may ask how a small baby can touch the cart. Cart will be very high. But the wheels of the cart were slowly going inside the earth. Only half the wheel was outside. That much it had gone. How? Because Shakatasura was like a ghost occupying the shakat and pushing it. His idea was to crush the child. Like that he was bringing it down. When Krishna touched the bottom of the shakat with his lotus feet, just by touching it, it jumped off and fell in the side. Then both the wheels ran in 2 different directions and big vessels, they were all rolling and everybody came out running. What happened? Which is what Krishna wanted. Everybody surrounded Krishna, Nanda Baba and his associates, Yashoda and associates. Krishna was smiling. Where you guys went? Come here. So don't forget to pay attention to me, even though you may be busy with your life. That is a lesson Krishna taught. In your life, you may have many priorities, but your number 1 priority is Krishna. All other priorities can also be taken care along with that. So, you will see, I was telling you, even bubukshus, even people who have a propensity for watching movies, doing sense gratification, going to mela parties and all, when they sometimes come to temple and hear Krishna Leela, it is so colorful, it is so nectarian, they can relate with it very easily and they get purified. They develop attachment to Krishna by hearing. Later on, they also take a bead bag and chant. So they also come for darshan, develop attachment. Mukshu are those who aspire to get liberated from this world. So they hear the Krishna Leela to forget about the trouble of the senses and mind. So the Krishna Lila absorbs them in such a manner that they can forget the Maya's pushings and pullings, mumukshus. And Jivanmuktas are pure devotees who are already liberated. They hear these pastimes with great ecstasy. Therefore, persons like Hanuman, he is hearing Katha himself. So Hanuman is hearing about the Lord, is remembering the Lord, and is doing these things in association of devotees. Three types of people are here. Arishtasena is king. Gandharvas are singers. And Hanuman is a pure devotee. So you will see that in a temple community, the duty of the leaders is to organize the ambience of the temple in such a way that maximum people can benefit in the devotional service. There can be an inactive temple or an active temple. Recently, last 1 week I have been in Ujjain, which is well known as Bhakti Prem Maharaj. So Maharaj was telling in Madhya Pradesh, there are some 52 districts. I think out of that, something like 22 or 23 are allotted to Ujjain temple. And others are allotted to different temples. So in those districts where it was allotted to Ujjain, Maharaj has sent one devotee there. Yes, put me. I asked Maharaj, how did you do that? He said the first step they did was arrange the bus party. Maharaj himself went in the bus party. Went village. He said, Maharaj said, it was so easy for me. You go to a village, do an evening program, everybody wants mala the same day. Villagers have a lot of faith, Shraddha. You show one video, speak a lecture, make them jump and dance and do Harinam Sankirtan, and then feed them prasad and give them Japamala and books. And also Maharaj said they had about 3,000 Bhagavad Gita sponsored. So for every school, they gave one Bhagavad Gita. Only one, not for one for each child, only one for each school. And for getting that one Bhagavad Gita, they have to arrange a program for the whole school. Nice, no? You arrange one big program for the whole school, 2,000 children will come, and then the principal will take the Bhagavad Gita, and that will you take photograph of giving to principal. So because we are giving them Bhagavad Gita, free Bhagavad Gita for the school. I was thinking one for every child, I was thinking. Only one they gave. 3,000 schools they have reached. One Bhagavad. He said every school should have a copy of Bhagavad Gita of Srila Prabhupada. So they have kept it like that. And they do make all the children dance and then give a small katha for them, distribute some prasad. School will sponsor the prasad and you distribute, that's all. Do like that. They did school programs like that. They did village program like that. And some people were not ready to leave the devotees. They were hanging around devotees. And devotees stayed in their home only in the night. And they made them in charge for that district. And in their home, they have started a program. And he has sent one brahmachari from the temple. He goes and stays in that village. And he does youth program, stays with a group of youths. And the congregation has started coming. So 22 districts, they have started program now. In all these 22 districts, they are doing 22 Rath Yatras. Now, one Rath Yatra, they are organizing. Single penny is not spent from our temple. It was spent by the local people only. Now, 32 Rath Yatras they did last year, and this year they are doing 65 Rath Yatras. So you were telling some are districts, some are taluks. Tahsil they call it? Tahsils, some are tahsils. 65 they are doing. Next year they are targeting 108. And he said these are not in schools. These are in district places. And proper Rath, they have 10 Raths they have. And they also have 20 Jagannath deities also they have. Jagannath Subhadra. So he's sending out like this. So he is spreading, putting a big wider net. And then he also said, from each place there are super sincere devotees who are just waiting for meeting devotees. And they have collected all the contacts and they have put them online. They're connected now to the online lectures now. They're attending. And for big festivals, many of them come to the temple also, they come, he said. So when we talk about leadership, our leaders have to think about expanding. Similarly, they have another thing called as Bhakti Kutir. They also have the same name like we have Bhakti Kutirs. What they do in their Bhakti Kutirs is, they have 12 Bhakti Kutirs now they have now. They have generated like 60 to 80 leaders. Slowly they are increasing bhakti devotees like we are doing. So they have alternate days they have engagement. Like for example, Thursday they go for Harinam, alternate Thursdays. All the bhakti devotee leaders, they bring their people also. And alternate Thursday they have meetings on how to expand preaching. And then on Saturday they have cream devotees training and education program in Vaishnava Sadachar, advanced subject like that. For cream devotees, they have 80 to 100 devotees, they are training them. Only the leaders they are training like that. And Sunday they have, program for Sunday feast. Those who come, everybody is registered. They have a sky. The name Maharaj gave, Akshar Maharaj gave. Sky means serve Krishna yourself. He gave the name Sky. So they have sky membership. Everybody is a membership card holder. Actually, they are given a QR code. You have to click. Unless you book the prasad, you won't get prasad. You have to book through that QR code. And those who book, their number is with you. You know who they are. And you cultivate them. So it's like that's a proper community kind of thing they have made. And every Tuesday evening, all these Bhakti Kuti leaders take their own program. So they give a program on Tuesday, and Saturday they come for learning advanced subject. And Sunday they attend the Sunday program, one Bhagavad Gita verse kind of thing. And they also have Sunday one more program for Bhakti Kuti leaders to speak and be evaluated. They do like that. Very nice. So in this way, the temple, of course, we are also doing many other things here in our temple. But I am telling you, whenever I go to any temple, I learn from them what they are doing. So we can get inspired. I asked, how do you generate the new people? So they were telling, when they do this kind of mass programs outside, Rath Yatra and other things, they gather a lot of contacts. They have 3 programs in a succession, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They have Friday, they call it as a Gita Sandesh, they call it. 650 people registered, they said, 3-hour program. What do they talk? Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala, Karma. 5 topics on Friday. How many people? 650 people. And the same 6 people come on Saturday for 3 hours. All 18 chapters of Gita in 3 hours. Short slideshow. They get that is called as first one is called Gita Sandesh, they call it. Second day they call it Gita Sara or something like that. And then Sunday, again 3 hours, that's called as Gita Vivek. What is it? ABCDE. It is these 5 things. Practical. He said Ujjain is full of pandits, many learned families and all. Therefore we decided we should teach them something practical because theory already they know. If you start a shloka in Gita, they'll complete it. He said that's why they're teaching them practical now. So very organized system. Now they have got 600 devotees now, 16 orders now. Very organized in the last 3-4 years of preaching. Very systematic. And so in this way, the duty of the leaders is to organize Sankirtan movement in such a manner that large number of mass of people can take advantage of the Sankirtan movement. Prabhupada organized it worldwide, correct now? And they should do that. And the duty of people like the Gandharvas, what is speciality of Gandharvas? What they can do? Singing. They keep the ambience very holy and spiritual by utilizing their talent to sing, to dance, to paint, to dramatize, this kind of cultural things. Because culture is more attractive for the people than education also. So education should be packaged with culture and presented to the mass of people. Like in NITK Suratkal, our boys put one drama of Shurpanaka coming to Ram Lakshman and Ravana going to Marich. Very good lessons they brought out for the students. And more than 900 people watched. All professor students, they were all clapping hands. They said, every year you guys do this. Because when you present philosophy through culture, it is very easily digestible for the people right now. So in this way, education, culture, devotion. So the leader's duty is to give facility, money for organizing. And those who are expert in culture, they should put up those things. And those who are devotees, they should come together for Shravanam and Kirtanam. And not just hearing. Hear, realize, preach. All the 3 things are important. Not only hear. We should not go on taking. Imagine if a child is growing, growing, growing. Now the boy is 10-year-old. Still he tells mother, please take me on your shoulder. Huh? No, after 6 or 7 or 8, the child should start walking. When you become 10 or 12 or 15, start growing and then do something great, isn't it? Similarly, bhakti also, initially you take in, later on we should be able to give out. Janma sadhaka kori kara. So, you will see Hanuman, here Hanuman is glorified here. Yatra yatra raghunatha kirtanam tatra tatra kritamastakāņjalim bāshpa vari paripurna lochanam marutim namataha rakshasantakam. So, this verse talks about Hanuman's devotion. Wherever there is kirtan of Lord Ram, Sitaram going on, Hanuman will reach there. And he will bow down, and his eyes are welling with tears and of prema bashpa. And not only that, at the same time, he has bhakti bhava, but he also has Shakti, and he has Yukti, all the three. Bhakti, Shakti, and Yukti. So, you will see Hanuman's Shakti when in Lanka one time, when Indrajit threw a Brahmastra, mass of thousands and thousands of Vanaras, they were knocked down. Even Lakshman also was knocked down. And only Ram and Jambavan and Hanuman, they were the only one awake. Everybody else was finished, lying down. They were unconscious. Jambavan immediately was yelling, calling, Hanuman, Hanuman, Hanuman. He was calling. Hanuman was far away, so Hanuman came running, hearing the sound. And there was a Vaidyaji also. So Jambavan told the Vaidyaji, if Hanuman is alive, there is hope for the entire army. And if Hanuman is dead, even if everybody else is alive, it is useless, he said. Because he has the necessary qualification to protect Rama's army, he said. And he was happy that Hanuman is alive. Because so Jambavan and the Vaidya and Hanuman, they met. And Vaidyaji said to Hanuman that I want a Sanjeevani medicine. So the Vaidyaji was expert. There is a Mrita Sanjeevani, one type of herb. Similarly, Vishalya Karani, there is another one. When you extract the arrows, it will be very painful. But if you apply this jadibuti inside the hole of that place, then it will remove the pain and it will heal it also. Vishalya Karani. So that is another type of herb. That also we need. There is a Sandani, another one, which can, if you put that herb, you can join the broken bones. So, like doctors put this mold, that takes a long time, but this will immediately heal it. You can join. And also there is a Swarni, another one, which can make the burnt portions of the skin shine like gold. So this kind of 4 herbs were needed. So he sent Hanuman. Hanuman asked, where should I find it? He said, there are two famous mountains, Rishab and Kailash. Between them, there is a Aushadhi mountain. That is famous for medicinal herbs in Himalayas. All the sages know it. If you go, you'll find out. So from there, you should bring this. So when Hanuman was flying towards north, very hastily, at that time, there was on the way, there was a sage waving the hand to Hanuman. He told Hanuman, see, if you come here, I will give you a clue by which you can very easily locate the herbs. So I want to assist you in your mission. Please come. So Hanuman came. He said, I have mystic powers by which I can give you clue about your goal. But before that, here is a pond. You go and take a bath. Come, I'll feed you some fruits and I'll give you initiation. And then I will tell you the secret mantra by uttering which you can achieve your goal, like that he said. So when Hanuman came down, he quickly went to take a bath and he was caught by a crocodile in the pond. He tore open the mouth of the crocodile that turned into a beautiful girl who was an Apsara. And the Apsara said, I had ridiculed some sage many centuries ago, and the sage had cursed me and said that in Treta Yuga, one Vanara, Hanuman will come. If you catch his feet, he will liberate you. So now that is why I got liberated. I'm very grateful to you, she said. And she thanked him. And she said, but I want to give you one very important information. She said that the so-called sage in the hermitage, he is not a sage, he is called an enemy. She said, he is a Rakshasa. He is actually appointed to divert you from the goal of bringing the Sanjeevani, Jadibuti. Because Ravana wants to delay you bringing so that Lakshman will die, and all the Vanaras will die. So Hanuman said, thank you for the very good information you have given. Now I will do the needful, he said. So when he went to the ashram, the sage who was having the look of a sage, he said, okay, Hanuman, sit here, close your eyes. I am going to initiate you. Hanuman said, before you initiate me, I will give you my dakshina. Take it. Pat, he hit him. When he hit him, slapped him and caught his neck, immediately that fellow changed his form into Asura, dangerous Rakshasa form, and there was a war between the two, and Hanuman finished him after that. One amazing thing with Hanuman is, see, while going to serve Lakshman and the other Vanaras, on the way he liberated this crocodile, effortlessly. Not only that, because he was on service of Lord Ram, a curse turned out to be a blessing. Actually, it appeared like he was getting caught by a crocodile, but that turned out to be a blessing because she gave him information about the other person. So anybody who is engaged in Lord's service will get the right guidance at the right time. Which direction to take, which direction not to take, like that. So in this way, Hanuman from there went. So when he went between those Rishabh, Kailash Parvat, when he was searching, he could not find the herbs because Ravana and his henchmen, they wanted to hide the herbs. Although he could not find, he didn't return back saying, I'm sorry, I couldn't find. So he dug the mountain and then took the whole mountain. That is why I told you what a Shakti he had. He brought the whole mountain back. So when he was bringing the mountain flying, before it reached the Vaidyaji, already all the dead Vanaras got up. Many of them started getting up. Even the wind which was coming, that was waking up many of them. And the Vaidyaji found out all the 4 herbs. He did the needful. Meanwhile, what happened was, in Ravana's army also, many people had died. You may ask, what about them? Did they also get up? They didn't get up because Ravana had a policy, anybody in his army dies, throw them into the ocean. He said, why? Because the Vanaras should not see the vast number of Rakshasas who are dying because they will get encouragement by seeing that. So he already threw them into ocean, so they could not come back to life. So that became advantage for whose army? Ram's army. That means everybody who died got up in Ram's army. That's how Ravana's number became less. So, in this way, many people may not be aware, Hanuman brought this mountain 2 times. One time it was only for the Vanaras, another time it was for Ram and Lakshman, both were unconscious, and the medicine was brought. But then finally Hanuman took it and kept it back in the same place from where he took it. Because he had a policy that nobody should take anything from anyone without permission. It would be like stealing. Not only that, many sages living in the Himalayas, they need Jadibuti from that mountain, so you should not take away their property. So he kept it back in the same place. So in this way, when we talk about Shakti of Hanuman, Shakti is not to go to a gym and build a body and show to people, look at my biceps. Shakti is for engaging in Lord's service. Correct, no? That is the purpose of Shakti, which Hanuman did. It is not a Shakti to show off the opposite sex, is it? Isn't it? So, in the same manner, Hanuman's Yukti you will read when he is going to Lanka. How he dealt with different obstacles that came on his way. And Hanuman's Bhakti, there is abundant pastimes in the Ramayana. So here you find such a great Hanuman, such a pure devotee. He is performing Avirata Bhakti, continuous Bhakti in the association of other devotees. And his performing Bhakti is a great encouragement to all the Kimpurusha-varsha for them. And also this gives a teaching to all the devotees, whether you are a small devotee or a big devotee, one should practice devotion service in the company of other devotees. Can we take some questions, 5 minutes? Anybody? Yeah. Where is the mic? Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Through sometimes practicing devotees says that with devotees there are so many troubles, are there different devotees, are different natures, to jail with them and everything. Better I remain aloof and practice my own. So how to convince them, Prabhuji?
Yeah. He's saying when you live in the company of different devotees have different mindset, psychology, and it becomes a big struggle sometimes dealing with all devotees. Sometimes you want to put a wall around yourself and be on your own. Don't mix with anybody. You see, you have seen this Seat tires advertisement you have seen. Is it tested in a very smooth road in Hyderabad or it is tested in mountains? How many of you have seen the advertisement? Seen that? A very, very hard mountain. The tire goes, you've seen like this. Huh? And they show a rhinoceros, or what is it they show? Rhinoceros? It's a very stout creature. It goes, it runs like that. See tires, they put like that. You've seen that? So why are they testing it in the hard mountainous roads? You've seen that? Why they do this? Why are they showing their advertisement on such a hilly area?
To prove that in smooth surface also it will go nice.
If it can survive there in a smooth road in a highway in Hyderabad, it can easily survive. That's the whole idea. Similarly, as devotee, you should survive in a difficult association of devotees, or everybody should treat you with warmth and sweet speech and everything. Then you will never be able to develop the tenacity. Correct, no? But when you are living in the midst of devotees, somebody is giving you feedback, somebody is laughing at you, or somebody is scolding you. When you're living, then actually you turn that into an advantage. Huh? You, like Jadabharata, he was subjected to so many things. Dacoits, what they did with him. Isn't it? What Rahuguna king did with him. What his brothers did with him. So he became a strong devotee or a weak devotee?
Strong devotee.
Very strong devotee. Living in the midst of such challenges. Pandavas had was their life like a bed of roses? Or was it a difficult life?
Difficult.
Yeah. So because of that, they became powerful. Gold you put in fire, it becomes pure and all the impurities are removed. Another example given in Bhagavatam. There was a mountain which was very muddy and sandy and lot of grass was growing. One day there was a heavy rain in the mountain. It washed away everything. Huh? The more the heavy water poured on the mountain, it was shining beautifully. Because all the impurities were washed away. Just like you go to Mayapur temple, I went in 1993, first time for the yatra. So everybody said you can take a shower. So I opened the shower. The shower doesn't have this one. What do you call that?
Sprinkler.
A sprinkler is not there. It's only a tube they have kept like this. As soon as they opened, that was hitting like this. My Lord. It's like, I asked why they were kept like this. He said, Prabhuji, to remove the tamaguna they have kept. Because we are still drowsy when you go to the bathroom. But, so tamaguna will be removed when it falls. So it's good only for us. So how many of you would like your tamaguna to be smashed to dust? Correct, no? Then you go to Mayapur and take bath. That isn't it. So, in this way, actually, tough things. You know this example we give of the cocoon of the caterpillar. Caterpillar squeezes and comes out. Then it grows a very beautiful wings and becomes a colorful butterfly. But one scientist took a blade and cut it, thinking that why should this caterpillar squeeze itself so much? When he cut it open, he saw the caterpillar had a liquidy substance on the surface and it was trembling and wings could not be grown. Because God has made the creature in such a way that only when he squeezes and comes out, then only he develops colorful wings. Similarly, a sadhaka works very hard. He develops colorful wings of 26 qualities of a Vaishnava. Then he can shine like a pure devotee. Otherwise, without difficulty, we don't develop humility, tolerance, patience, repentance, remorsefulness. These good qualities will not come if everything is smooth sailing. Your life is like a bed of roses. Correct, no? So, how many of you have seen a newborn baby? It shakes the hand legs too much. How many of you have seen? You've seen that? Why is shaking? Because he has to grow now. Imagine the baby is like this only. Like now, many of the people nowadays, they use lift to go up. And when they go to the station or airport, they have this escalator to go. Correct, no? And as soon as they sit in the car, then the car takes them. So they don't move the hands and legs. So when they become 60 or 70, they walk like a doll. You have seen that? You have seen, correct? Why? Because they don't exercise. That is why a child to grow, child is moving very, very vigorously, as if he is doing some activity. Because by doing that, he grows. Similarly, when you are living in a society of devotees, when you face challenges, that gives you a chance to grow your maturity level. Maturity will grow. Otherwise, we will not be mature. We will be like a butter hand, butter legs, we say, We will remain neophyte. We will not grow. Like in Pune also, what we do, when GBCs come to Pune, our Yellow Brigade devotees, we allot one Yellow Brigade devotee to one GBC to serve. And GBCs are very senior devotees and very mature. You cannot do drama in front of them. They are very intelligent, and they are very sharp also many times. They will they will give instruction. And sometimes the devotee will want to run away. Prabhuji, he is too strict, Prabhuji, he will say. We will tell him, that is why we put you there. Because you have to, their purity should smash your impurity. Because they are very observant. See, to other people you can do drama, in front of them you cannot do, because they are very sharp in observation. Why is he talking like this? Why is he doing like this? So when the young devotees serve, within 3-4 days they will very nicely get purified. Like, no? You take it as an opportunity for purification.
One more thing you were mentioning in the beginning, that if somebody is advanced, he can practice on his own.
That is, Sridhar Swami says that if somebody is a very advanced devotee and there is no association available, he can associate with himself. How? He has studied so much pastimes from various acharyas and everything. He just sits in meditation and remembers what he heard, what he read, when there is no association available. And that some of our boys also may have to do if they get a job in a very remote place. Maybe they can join online, they can join. When there is no association available, then whatever best you have, you can hear the recordings, you can read the books, you can join some online. But you have to create new association oneself. Mike? So he is saying sometimes devotees imagine themselves as advanced, he is saying. You see, if he wants to be independent, what can we do? Correct, no? We can say what is good, but ultimately you can only take a horse to water. Can you make it drink? No. Yeah? Anybody else? Yes, where's the mic?
Prabhuji, when you were talking about Avirata Bhakti, so that time, as Mahaprabhu Chaitanya was telling about difficulties, there is another problem, that when difficulties come, we want things to be smooth. Yeah. And smooth, when it is smooth, we become very much complacent and lazy. So how to take care during that situation?
So therefore there is comfort zone, there is panic zone. We should keep it where? Stretch zone. Like bow and arrow, if you stretch the bow, if you stretch it too much, what happens? The string will break. If you are not stretching at all, if it is very loose, arrow will fall here only. It will not go there. For arrow to go, you have to stretch it to some degree where it will take the arrow ahead. So it should be midway. Correct, no? Yeah. Yeah, here. So.
If we are talking with some devotees who are not on, basically who are new a little bit at least, so they want to debate too much. Like I also know, I have read many Puranas. So what could be the best course of action at that time?
Actually, if they are quoting from different Puranas which you are not aware of, in case, you can tell him, oh, you seem to be very intelligent, I'll take you to a senior devotee. You come with me, I'll connect you. Then you can ask these questions. I also would like to learn about this. Like that you can say.
Then they say that you all people, you want to debate only. Then
No.
basically, like
No, what is that? What is that?
like you don't want to, he says that you don't want to listen. You just move.
No, you can say, I am not so learned. You can say. Is it true or not?
Yeah. So
See, they are asking you a complex question from Mahabharata. You don't know. Take him to Charan Prabhu. He will cut his nose immediately. Because Charan Prabhu has studied Mahabharata controversies. He has spoken about one character. 30 pages he has spoken. He's made. There is also transcript available in Desire Tree. So you put him in touch with Charan Prabhu. Let him meet. So, and you can, in case he says, why don't you talk? You can say, see, I am not so advanced. I am also a growing boy like you. You are a student, I am a student, but these are all the people who have spent several decades. They are more mature. And you will get a very suitable answer for your questions. You can say like that. What is your question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji, when Hanumanji liberated the crocodile who was...
Keep it like this.
When Hanumanji liberated the crocodile who was an Apsara...
Hanuman is?
Crocodile. Yes, yes. So at that time, Hanumanji, after knowing from the Apsara that, that person was a demon, then Hanumanji, when the time was less, he could have just gone because the demon cannot catch Hanumanji, right? So Hanumanji, when time was less, so he could directly go for the service, right? So why he had to deal with the demon?
Because he has to deliver him. He has to deliver him. He has to deliver him.
Delivering.
Yeah. Actually, anyone who is coming in contact with the devotee, like Madai, he was delivered by, Jagai Madai was delivered by Nityananda Prabhu. Actually, a good encounter with the devotee or a bad encounter with the devotee, both are good. Because the encounter with the Lord and the devotee is always auspicious for the jiva. It's always auspicious. Now, in case Hanuman went away, that fellow Asura would not have got any benefit. Now, by Hanuman killing him, he got some slap of Hanuman, mercy of Hanuman. Maybe he'll become a devotee in the next life. He'll get some benefit. Yeah, yes.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Guruji, for your class.
There are many examples of, envious and conditioned souls encountering devotees and getting mercy. Like you see, Nalakur Manigrave. You may say, why should Narada Muni bother about them? He could have gone away. But he bothered about them, therefore they got tree's body where? In Vrindavan, and got to see Krishna's pastimes. And they became purified subsequently. By Lord's mercy, you get it through the devotee. Therefore, encountering devotee, good or bad encounter, it's always good. Yeah.
Prabhuji,
Actually, there are people who have quarreled with devotees and became big devotees in ISKCON. If anybody, that's a very name, because devotee is like a chandan tree. Even if somebody hits with a kulladi, it will make the tip of the kulladi fragrant. Once when Sankirtan Prabhu joined full time in 1989, at that time his mother became angry. She gave advertisement in newspaper saying that the ISKCON people have preached to my son and they have made him full time. Almost 1/4 page in newspaper like this. And Sankirtan Prabhu asked Maharaj, should I do something about it? She's spoiling ISKCON's name. Maharaj said, no. His mother's love, due to which she has put it in the paper. It will be all right. You be kind to the mother. Either Maharaj said. And she would come to temple to quarrel time to time with him. But they would not quarrel because they both are very soft natured. She will softly argue with him and he will also softly answer. Nobody knows they are fighting also. Very soft spoken family it is. So, after 10 years, she started chanting 16 rounds. And then she became initiated disciple of Maharaj. On the day of initiation, after that she went to Maharaj's room and offered obeisances and she wept loudly and said, Maharaj, I am such a demon. When my son joined, I spoke ill of ISKCON and everything and I put it in paper. And Maharaj said, no, don't worry. Your life is glorious. You have given your son who has dedicated his life to Prabhupada's mission. And Krishna has brought you to his lotus feet, which means that Krishna is happy with you. He has no problem with you. And she wiped her tears and she went happily. So in this way, her encounter with ISKCON was good or bad in the beginning? Bad. What was the end result? You can see that. Similarly, there was one boy in America. He saw the Hare Krishnas and he wanted to tease the Hare Krishnas. You know how he teased? He saw them on the road going and doing Sankirtan. So he also purchased something and put a tilak. He put a tilak like this. He also kept a small hair. He saw the way they are dressing, he dressed. And he was going in a bike. So, when he was going in a bike in one another city, some Hare Krishna devotees were going on Harinam Sankirtan. And they saw him. And they thought he's a devotee. They crossed the road and came. Hey, Hare Krishna, they were saying. And he told, I am not Hare Krishna. They didn't believe it. They said, you have to be Hare Krishna. You are having a tilak. They are having a tilak and dhoti kurta like this. They took him to temple and then he became devotee there. And this article came in BTG. An imposter becomes Hare Krishna. You see? He thought that he can fight with, he can tease the devotees in the name of those people who teased the devotees, they became devotees later on. Yes, Mataji, there she has a question. Give the mic to her. Even Jagai Mother were teasing Nimai Pandit also. They were saying, "Aye, Nimai, tumhara kirtan badhiya tha." Like that they said. They got Sukruti by that. And they were drunken fully at that time. Later on they became great devotees. Yes, Maji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
And
Prabhuji, you said that we should not just hear, but also,
here,
read.
realize, reach.
So in this context, what does realization actually means? Because not everything that we hear is something we can get realization. So what is the...
Even a very young devotee can get realization. For example, say, one boy was telling me, in his early lectures, he heard the example of fish out of water. He didn't understand that example so much. But later on, he joined Merchant Navy. He went to the ship. And then 6 months later, he came to Pune. He met me. He said, Radheshyam Prabhu, when I meet the devotees, take prasad with them, I feel so jolly. In my ship, everybody was drinking, smoking, drugs and everything. I was like a fish out of water, he said. I said, hey, you didn't understand this example in your college days. He said, now I understand, he said. Because now he has realized it, personally experienced it. Correct, no? Similarly, young and old devotees, according to the level of maturity, they will get realizations. Realization comes when you apply what you learn. It is no more theory. Like first you get knowledge, bookish knowledge. Then when you ask questions, then you understand it. Then when you apply it, you get realization. And when you hear the words of wisdom of realized souls, then your realization doesn't remain realization, it becomes maturity. It develops even more. Clear? Yeah. That's why over. Yeah. Here. Yeah, can loudly ask me here? Yeah. You have a question, Maji? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Please accept my humble
Humble
obeisance.
obeisance.
Prabhuji, actually, you told that we have to do bhakti in association of devotees.
Correct.
Can we consider that association online also?
Online also.
Yes.
No, online also, some people can be very serious in online also. Like my sister had about 8 Matajis. Every day they were reading half an hour Bhagavatam, they would read in the afternoon time. They all became very thick friends. It's like every day hearing together. And she told me that she can share the heart with them and they can share their heart with her. They become very good friends like that. Online, offline doesn't matter. But at the same time, if wherever offline is possible, for example, sitting with a devotee personally and sharing your heart, talking to your friend is more powerful than online. The physical presence, it has a better effect. And also, when you come offline, you can take prasadam together. Dadati, pratigranati, bhungte, bojete, cheve, you can do that. Also, they will give you the scent you can smell. Online, you cannot smell it. Correct, no?
Actually,
You can eat prasad. And also, you can dance together in circles. Online, you cannot dance. So, there are advantages in coming offline. So, what some people do, they mostly do online and once in a month or twice a month they come offline. Like that you can do. We can do a hybrid of both. Can do. Okay.
Actually, Prabhuji, we were there at NVCC many years. When we shifted to Nagar, there was very good association.
Correct.
Then Prabhuji transferred to Nizamabad, and there is a center, but I'm not getting a motivation to go there because everybody speaks in Telugu and we cannot communicate with them. The language,
You can consider learning Telugu if you want. I am also thinking of learning in the coming years.
Finding it difficult, Prabhuji. So, yes.
You know, the Nitai Seni Mataji has learned 5 languages.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. So, even His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj learned Bengali when he came to Mayapur. He gives very fluent Bengali lectures he gives. So, in case Vidur Prabhu, you are going to settle here in Nizamabad for a long time to come.
Next year, we'll transfer again.
Oh, then you don't have to worry so much. Yeah. In case you're transferring back to Pune, no problem. Well, another thing is language is not that big a barrier. Like I am from Tamil Nadu. I went to Pune 32 years ago. Everybody speaks in Marathi there. But Krishna consciousness is beyond all this language barriers and all these things. All my most intimate circle of devotees, none of them are Tamil there. Everybody is from north, like Revatipati Prabhu is from Aligarh, Antati Prabhu is from Delhi, people like that we see. So, spiritual intimacy surpasses material barriers. Yeah, thank you. What was your question? One last question we'll take. Yeah. Where the mic? Mic is coming. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam. Actually, my doubt is like, this is Sastric doubt. Actually, we hear this Kalanemi name most of the times. We hear like Kamsa's, Kamsa killed all that. How many Kalanemis are there?
You have to check it. But sometimes you will find one person may live through millenniums. Like, see, Markandeya Rishi lives through many millenniums. Even Jambavan, Jambavan also comes in both Leelas. Krishna Leela also, Ram Leela also he comes. Markandeya Rishi also comes in multiple Leelas. They can live for very long periods. Those who appeared in Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, they are already living 1 lakh years. They can live even longer also. So, if you find the same name in two Ramayana and Mahabharata, don't be surprised. There are also 7 Chiranjeevis also, correct, no? They live for long time. So, because we think, I only live for 80, 100 years, how can they live longer? We think like that. Atman Manyate Jagat. We should not impose our limitations on those people. Yeah? He's saying King Indradumna. He's appearing as Gajendra. Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct. Many places the name is appearing, he's saying, in the Indradumna also. Some of them have long lives. When you check the Shastra, is it the same Kalanemi or is it different one? We have to check in Ramayana, we can check it. But this name is clearly mentioned, what I said the past time. Give the mic to Prabhu. Shambhu Prabhu, yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances on Lord Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for the wonderful class, Prabhu. Prabhu, you were speaking about Hanuman. You said he has
Shakti, Yukti.
Bhakti, Shakti, Yukti, he has got in full. Now, because he is also the epitome of Dasa Bhakti,
correct, yeah.
He knows how to control anger or direct anger towards the service of Lord.
Correct.
For sadhaka bhaktas, how should it be handled? The anger, we cannot directly, direct it into the service of Lord or something. So how do we handle that?
You see, when we become angry, our intelligence says goodbye and goes away. Then we are only left with our mind. And mind acts instinctively and it reacts violently. One example, Prabhupada says, when this rabbit, who told the lion, I'll go home and come back by 1 o'clock, he said. But he came at 2 o'clock. And the lion asked, why are you late? And the rabbit said, sir, on the way there was a much bigger lion. And that lion says, he is the king of the jungle, not you. So then this lion became ego-driven. Once he became ego-driven and proud, then intelligence went away. Then he started acting violently and reactively and instinctively. He said, oh, you are saying somebody else is besides me greater? Take me there. So then this rabbit took him to that well, and because he had no intelligence, he jumped into the well. Correct, no? So this is one thing we all can think. Do I want to react instinctively with my emotions, which are actually very damaging to us and others? To us, it causes diseases. And to others, it breaks the relationships. Or do I want to respond, with my reason, with the good intelligence? So by thinking of the consequences that the anger produces, we can limit our anger. That's one of the ways. It's one of the ways. Another thing is, with some people, our anger increases more. Not with everybody. So with those people, we do something called as visualization, we do. That means I'm going to meet that person, what he will say and how I will respond. So we prepare ourselves and then we go there. So that at least we have prepared ourselves. Unprepared, raw mind reacts violently. So these 2 things we can do. Third thing we can do is put a pause button. For example, when I become angry, like that the spike comes. And you put a pause button. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. 10 times you chant mantra, it comes down like this. Then the amount of anger you had here, within 5 Mahamantras or 10 Mahamantras you chant inside, by putting pause button, then you get the good intelligence to respond.
That word's magical, Prabhu.
So, even outside also many people say that putting pause is a very powerful method because the anger doesn't persist for a long time. It's only momentary. You want to announce, no?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna. So we are very grateful to Radheshyam Prabhuji for such wonderful class by once chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. So we will have Preeti Vardhanam class in the same temple hall. There is a renovation going on in Dwarkapuri. So we will have here only. So devotees are requested. So it will start at 11 o'clock. So please be on time so that you can get.
Hare Krishna, I am doing a very special class today. There are also 6 into 5, 30 MCQs as a part of this. This is actually based on the new book, Decoding the Self. What is Kriyamana? What is Bija? So I made a PPT which I will share with you. So only those who are really attentive will be able to answer the question. So I ask one question to Mataji, one question to Prabhuji, like that. We will do that. Only the bright light is coming. If I display on the screen, it will be visible.
Yeah.
In the temple hall we are doing.
Here we will keep one projector, Prabhuji. Here screen. And there one.
Both
so
we can
both
keep.
will be visible.
Okay. What